All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. And today we're going to be reacting to Hassan Campbell's latest video on his channel. He literally dropped this video an hour ago, as you guys can see. Did Mr. Checkmate try to line Hassan Campbell up? Here's my response, man. Let's check this out, man. This is kind of crazy that he's back on YouTube. He's not recovering. I thought this man got shot. I think he got shot twice, right? If I'm not mistaken. In the shoulder and in the back. So he got shot twice, and it hasn't even been like 48 hours, and now he's dropping a video. Damn, that's like a very speedy recovery.
Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Let me start this video off by giving thanks.
Yo, what's all that water in the background? Is that man like doing these vlogs next to a waterfall or something?
To all the people with your prayers, your good thoughts, your good energy. Let me give thanks to the people out there that believe in me and gave me the mental support that I need and needed at this moment. Let me take the time out real quick to thank God Almighty for showing me my purpose in life and letting me know that I still have work to do. Now, with that being said, that morning, first of all, I want to set the record straight with Mr. Checkmate, right? AKA Juju. I see dudes up there trying to put his credibility, his character, at that moment in time, with me, going through a mental meltdown.
I don't know, again, like, you know, I haven't been shot, so I can't talk from experience. Maybe some of you guys watching this video might have been shot. Maybe you know somebody that got shot. I've heard people after they get shot, especially like after like 48 hours, and they're still in a lot of pain, right? He seems like he's, unless he has like a huge tolerance for pain or something like that, he can handle it very well. But he's moving very comfortably, man. So now I've seen videos that broke his so-called alleged live stream. Some people claim that it wasn't a live stream, that it was pre-recorded. And now I can see why they would say that, because it definitely did transition oddly from the Bronx River building area where he was standing to the car. So I thought it would be all like a smooth, you know, live transition or whatever, but it seemed like it cut up and then it kind of resumed in the car, him going to the hospital. So I see why other people are saying maybe this was pre-recorded, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, 48 hours. It's been like 48 hours since he got shot. He was in the hospital laying down, and he looks normal, man. He looks pretty good, man. He looks like he recovered pretty quick, man. So I don't know. Maybe that's just the way it is for his body. Not everybody's the same, but I don't know. It just seems a little odd.
I was broken. I was depressed. And I was like a suicide bomber on a suicide mission. I left out of my house that morning. Couldn't barely even walk. Deep state depression. On my way to Bronx River. Juju, aka Trouble, aka Mr. Checkmate. He hears my voice over the phone early in the morning. Phone conversation I don't even really remember. And he asked me where I was at. And when he realized what was on my mind and the state of mind that I was in, that man was vomiting and diarrhea at the same time. He had a stomach virus. Immediately, he gets on the phone and start calling other brothers up and head dead directly to Bronx River. The only thing that he had in his pocket was a cell phone. He didn't have no time to go get gripped up. He wasn't mentally prepared to get gripped up. All he knew is that he heard Hurt and Pain and then saw me live in the projects with Hurt and Pain. And instead of him sitting up...
Hurt and pain from what, man? Is it still about the whole Africa Bambaataa situation? Because, I mean, I understand he's traumatized, he's gone through a lot. Because this has been going on for a while, and I guess people can definitely carry this stuff for a while. But how is you going to Bronx River, standing in the middle of the street on the sidewalk or whatever you were standing, where, just regular people are going by, civilians, yelling and shouting? How is that gonna, heal? What if you actually... Because remember, he just said he was in a very depressing state of mind. So, and I think he had a weapon on him too. He had a knife or something like that. So imagine somebody just approached him. Maybe they were also having a bad day. That would have ended tragically, man. It's just I don't know why he would think that that's a good idea, and why would anybody that's supporting him on the phone with him, they would be like, man, just let's just meet up somewhere else. Why would you go to Bronx? Why would you go to that area and try to provoke the situation to get worse?
And watching in 3D with his glasses on, he said, for the first time, all the meltdowns I had a bunch of meltdowns. This wasn't the first one. I had a bunch of meltdowns. But this meltdown right here, his instincts and his guts kicked in. And he made his way to Bronx River Projects. And when he got to those projects, he got there and he got to look and see action getting ready to take place. And all he could do was say, brother, come on. As those shells started flying. Now, my reason for saying this is to say, for you to understand again, I was going through a mental meltdown, breaking down. That was a one-way trip for me. I didn't go to Bronx River to air it out, to clear it out. I went to Bronx River to tow it and let them finish a job. My plan was to meet my mother in that state because I wasn't in my right mind. I was hurting, grieving inside, and in an ugly state due to drinking the devil's piss, aka alcohol. It put me in a bad state. And in the process of that, I put the dude standing next to me in a bad state. In the process, I got hit. With him telling me, come
on. So you're saying, Hassan, you got a family, you got kids. I don't know, man. Sometimes I feel bad for him, but other times I feel like he does this stuff it's not 100% real, man. I feel like he be trying to follow some kind of trend. I've seen videos where people say that he took a chapter out of Charleston White's book, man. He knows that this type of activity, this type of shit that you put on YouTube. And then why would you put it on YouTube? If you're going through a mental depression, why would you put it on YouTube? Knowing how YouTube is, knowing how social media is, not every time you post something on social media is everybody going to come in support of you. And I feel bad about this, but it seems like people only show support after something tragic happens. If you're in the process of the situation or you're kind of going through it, social media is not the place to be. So I don't know why. He just said he had meltdowns in the past. So why would you come back and post the meltdown on YouTube, on social media, unless you're really just doing it for the clicks and views? It don't make sense to me. If it is that serious, it is that real, why don't you get help? Versus coming to social media, not the right place to be for these types of meltdowns, man. And like I said, it's just by design. I've seen it time and time again with celebrities. They only show compassion and whatever after the situation has taken place.
Let's go. I got hit. He went to the hospital with me and never left my side. Did you know you're supposed to do? He went to the hospital with me and never left my side. Isn't what we're how y'all dudes get on the internet and question him about whether he got busy or not? He didn't go there to get busy. He went there to go get his brother and bring me back home. I didn't go there to get busy. I gave them dudes out there one assignment to take me out of my misery, and they couldn't even do that. Y'all sitting up there laughing like they did something. I looked them dudes in the face when they seen Mr. Checkmate and they seen me. The first thing they did was hesitate. They stopped. Like, see, y'all gotta understand something.
So you recorded 30 some, was it 30 minutes or was it like 25 minutes, something like that, right? So you went there, you were live. You want us to believe you were live, even though a lot of people feel like he wasn't live. It was pre-recorded. But let's just go on the idea that it was live. So it was live the whole time. You're doing all this yelling and shouting in hopes of your ops to come out and finish the job or whatever, right? But then you said that the shooting took place, but that part wasn't captured. So what was the whole purpose of recording it? What was the whole purpose of recording the entire thing to begin with? If you're going through like something really bad, why would you want to post it on YouTube? Why would you want to post it on social media? People on social media, unfortunately, love, like they love when things go bad. I feel like that's kind of what it's leading to in the future, right? People are going to come to social media to be entertained by somebody's like tragic meltdown. It's not like, I don't know, did he think he's going to get therapy while going live? Like, I don't understand.
Vaughn ain't here. FBG Duck ain't here. Nipsey Hussle ain't here. Young Dolph ain't here. Mo 3 ain't here. Those were killers. Hassan Campbell, I'm still alive. I'm here for a reason. For a reason. I thank God that those shooters wasn't killers. I mean, after they shot, they started throwing the gun back and forth to each other and then ran off. 2 shooters, 1 gun. That sent little boys to do a grown man's job. I'm going live tonight, maybe 7:30, 8, 9. Depends on how I feel. Stay tuned. But just to set the record straight. And let me say this, right? Matter of fact, I got a lot to say in my live. I got a whole lot to say. Right? I got a whole lot to say. For all of y'all cats.
So it was 2 suspects, 2 boys, right? He said they did a grown man's job. Man, I'm starting to think this is all cap again, man. This is just another one, man. Another Charleston White move, man. And there's nothing wrong with that, but at least be a little bit more transparent with it, man. I know it doesn't make sense, man. It's crazy.
Talking about I'm clout chasing. This is my life. This is my story. This is my pain. This is what I've been going through the whole 7 years I've been on social media. So I can't live my life and grieve in my life and go through what I went through in my life without me clout chasing. So I'm clout chasing. Y'all help me to understand that how all these platforms all over social media is getting paid off of my name right now in heavy rotation. So what y'all mentioning my name ain't clout chasing, but I'm clout chasing myself. Please help me to understand that. See, I can understand if I was going at Jim Jones and one of the rappers, y'all saying me clout chasing, but me actually living my life. And
it's not clout chasing in the sense that you're thinking about it the way people would just use like people's names or whatever or something that's trending and branch off of it to clout off of it to get some views off of it. No, you are actually going through something. Based on what you've been saying, you're going through something that's tragic, right? That is a mental situation. So what we're saying is, what I'm saying is, and this is just my opinion, is that why aren't you getting help? Why don't you get some help, man? Because what if you actually you were there at Bronx River, right? And you had a knife. And what if you actually stabbed somebody innocent walking by that just might have had a bad day themselves? They might have just got fired today from work and they walk by you and you're yelling and shouting and then they get triggered and they start a fight with you. Then you stab them, right? Then what the fuck did that solve? That ain't do nothing. So, I mean, like I said, there's too many things that he said, too many things we've seen on the so-called live stream. It just didn't add up to me. And that's what I think a lot of people are talking about. They're like, this shit don't really add up. The fact that it transitioned from the scene at the apartment complex, the projects or whatever, to the car, that scene didn't transition real smoothly. So there was something ain't making a whole lot of sense there. I thought he was going to, talk about that part, but it didn't seem like it. It seems like he's just thinking everybody's thinking he's clout chasing. No, you're just trying to get it for views. I mean, if you guys are going through something, like medically, right? Are you guys going to come to social media to talk about it, or are you going to go seek help? All right? You're going to go to a doctor or somebody to get some help, man. You're not going to come to social media to get some healing, some therapy. And honestly, social media ain't the right place for healing. They only like show compassion after something happens.
Actually watching me get shot live on TV, going outside in the midst of a project, one of the most dangerous projects there is, and calling niggas out and they couldn't get the job done. So now I'm clout chasing. Nah, I was just that real. I was just that hurt. I was just in that much pain. And instead of y'all saying, yo, we got you, brother, we understand what you're saying, we gonna turn the stove up on the Zulu Nation in Africa Bambaataa. Nah, y'all just laughed at my pain some more.
You just admitted. You just said literally what I've been just saying. You said that people, instead of showing like love, basically, instead of supporting you, they laughed at you more. And you said earlier that you had previous meltdowns. So you already know what to expect when it comes to social media and stuff like this. So why would you think it's a great idea to go to the projects, go stand outside, do all that yelling, provoke people, I guess to get the ops to come out and finish the job or whatever you're saying, right? You already know what you're going to expect. You had previous meltdowns and you just said this time also they didn't show love, right? They were laughing at you more. So in other words, coming to social media with things like this is only going to actually provoke you to go overboard. So why would you want to do that? Why don't you just get the help? This is what I mean. I don't think it's clout chasing. I think people are just like voicing their opinions in a way that might seem like clout chasing because they're using your name like I'm using your name. But I'm actually giving you advice. I'm not saying you have to take my advice, but I'm just saying that shit don't make sense. Why don't you get help if you need help? Why come to social media clearly so that they can laugh at you?
None of y'all not even mentioning Africa Bambaataa. Like, yo, this is, you know what I mean? This man put this man through so much. The Zulu Nation put this man through so much. And then y'all don't even realize, like, yo, what do you think my mind state is now? Being that I was in Bronx River. And there's still veterans that live in Bronx River. Old school gangsters that still live in Bronx River. And neighbors and family that still live in Bronx River. None of them came outside and said, yo, we gonna get this brother a warm hug. They all watched me break down. Seen the brother needing a hug, and they didn't exchange that. There was no love for Hassan Campbell out there, even amongst the people that grew up with me that's still there. And even after, some of them might have missed that live. They might not even seen it. A lot of them people over there, they didn't even call to say, yo, I'm sorry. We appreciate you. We understand. Nope. They gave me that K-Shine, is he dead kick. I'm still alive. Stay tuned for my live, because I got a whole lot to say, man. This ain't no but to the fat lady saying. It is what it is. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that subscribe button. And pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. And for my Patreon, see, it wasn't Mr. Checkmate that was doing backstabbing grimy. It was another person that actually leaked out the information of what hospital I was and what hospital I transferred from. Oh, yeah, he from Bronx River. Playing two sides of the fence. I'll let you know who he is and show you who he is on my own Patreon. YouTube ain't getting everything.
Damn, I told you, man. It all comes down to the views, man. He just said, if you want that exclusive tea, that exclusive juice, man, probably not tea, but the exclusive juice, then you got to check out my Patreon. You got to sign up there, basically pay a membership, monthly membership, whatever, to get behind the scenes Hassan Campbell. Like, it's crazy, man. This is crazy. Like, you want to, like, show this man compassion and, like, love like he wants, but then when he says things like, oh, if you want the juice or whatever, the tea, you got to follow me on Patreon to get all that information. Like, that's when you know that the motive behind all of this stuff is obviously money. It's all fueled for the end result of getting more and more money. He's doing all this. He's going, and I wouldn't even say like he's really like pushing it to the edge, because it really didn't seem like a whole lot happened, a whole lot of activity. And if there was more activity to it, he didn't show it on video. So then it didn't make no purpose what he was doing altogether. It makes no sense for him to go live, show him yelling and shouting and provoking people, and then claim he got shot twice, gets in the car, goes to hospital, and it's all like chopped up. It's not like a smooth transition. It just looks unprofessional. It looks like it's like something ain't really adding up. The story ain't really adding up. And then now he's like explaining the situation 48 hours afterwards. And he looks fine to me, man. I'm not a medical expert, but he looks fine. He's moving both arms just fine. I would think if you got shot twice, like, man, I've been doing a lot of like heavy lifting in the gym, like, and that was actually like 3 days ago. And I feel sore, man. And Hassan, I don't know. Hassan looked kind of bulky. I don't know if it's steroids or whatever, but I would think after you get shot, unless it was like a BB gun or something, like, I don't know, man. Something ain't adding up, man. But anyways, we're going to wrap up here. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching.